Hello viewers, good day. This is a Tech Prince and I'll be regularly creating Python related videos now to get you familiar with Python and eventually we can all become experts in this language. Please like, share, subscribe. Nothing motivates creators more than your reaction to their videos, and I'm starting this journey now to make Python easy for you to understand. I'll be starting with Python, but we'll branch out to touch other languages or teach you tech-related hacks to make your life easier with tech. So today, we will be writing a Python program that comes out with all the possible outcome of any lotto. If you can play all of these combinations, though it will not be easy, you're sure to win not only the jackpot but every other winning combination there is. But the biggest question is, can you play all of these combinations? That's for you to figure out. My job is just to show you how possible it is, and your job is to figure it out and to send me the 5% of the jackpot money after winning. So let's get into this. I'll be using PyCharm. You can use any other programming language, but I prefer using PyCharm because it has always been my go-to language from day one when I started my Python journey. So to begin with, I will be coming out with the combination to win. I think it's called Euro Million. Yeah, it's Euro Million or Euro Million. The lotto has a combination of 5 numbers selected from 50 numbers and 2 lucky numbers selected from 12 numbers, if I'm not mistaken. So to win the jackpot of a Euro Million, you need to have 5 accurate numbers that are selected from the number 1 to 50, and then you also have 2 lucky numbers selected from the number 1 to 12. You need to have all of this exact to win the jackpot. But there are other little prizes like maybe four correct numbers and 1 lucky number, you win a prize. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So let's begin the process to come out with all the possible combinations. It will be in millions, hundreds of millions if I'm not mistaken. So to start, we'll go with from Tools. Import combinations. We are importing combinations from Tools because to come out with the combination of 5 numbers from a range of 50 numbers, we need combinations. Okay, so to come up with 5 numbers from 50 numbers, first we have to define our variable. I would like to call it 5s to make it easy for me. You can call it whatever, you can call it A, B, whatever you choose, but I'll call mine 5s. Since it's a variable, we have to give it a figure. Range 1 to 51. Okay, why am I using 51? You might ask. I'm using 51 because we need to include 50 in the numbers. So Python always takes numbers when it comes to range. Python takes numbers from the first number that you see to the last number before the number at the end. Say for example, if you're a mathematician, if you say from the range of A to Z, Python will calculate the numbers from A to Z minus 1. So if you want Z to be included, you have to say range from A to Z plus 1. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm at the comment section. If you have any questions, please drop them at the comment section and I'll clarify you. So if we need 50 to be included, the range should be from 1 to 51. 51 will not be included in the calculations. Okay, and since we'll be doing combinations, we need to add combinations, and there's a comma here. We need 5 combinations. and then we'll close our bracket. From this line, from this first line that we can see, fives, that's our variable. Combinations range from 1 to 51. 5 combinations, 5 numbers, 5 random numbers from the range of 1 through 51, excluding 51. And remember, we also have 2 lucky numbers, so I'll call that 2s. And the same thing, we'll do combinations. Sorry, the mic is causing me issues with my hands on the keyboard. Yeah, combinations range 1 through 13, because remember I told you lucky numbers end at 12, so it will be 12 plus 1, and there's a comma here, and we need 2 of them. I don't think I need to explain this again. Same with the first, but with this we'll need to add a list for the 2s. List, we don't want it to be exactly the same like the 5s, since we'll be reusing it, so we need to make it as a list so that Python sees it as a list. Okay, then from here you can say for 5 in 5s, what column goes there, and if you like you can just add for 2s, for 2 in 2s, our column also goes there. You can do this separately, like you can do for 5 in 5s and you print. You can do for 2 in 2s and you print, but I just want to do them together. That's how I like to do my things. Okay, oh, our column goes there. Yeah, you print so 5, and here you print 2. Yeah, you print 2. And say if you want to design your printing work, you can, this is optional, you can add a print should we put underscore stars? Let's say stars. No, let's use underscore. Yeah, by say 30. Okay, now our code is ready to be run. But if we run this code, it will take forever, like it would take hours upon hours, and we don't want that. So I'll need to introduce a limiter to make the code say to give just about 25 outputs. Yes, let's say 25. Okay, so I'll add the limiter before the for loops. Let's call the limiter say maxim. Max is a maxim, like the maximum number. Let's put it 25. We can change that if we wish. And counting should start from 0. Okay, since we've introduced counts from 0, we need to make the count to be increasing by 1. So we have count plus equal to 1. Okay, if we print this now, it will still print unlimited because we have not instruct Python of what to do with this maxim. Now Python does not understand what to do with this maxim, so we need to instruct Python what to do with maxim. Okay, So to do that, we introduce another if. We introduce an if statement. If count is greater than or equal to maxim. Remember, maxim is a figure, is a what should Python do? It should break, like it should stop, breaks like stop. Okay. And we also need to introduce another if statement. If count is greater than or equal to maxim, Python should break. If you notice, the two ifs are on different lines. This is because the first if, this if, is working with for 2 in 2s, and the second if is working with for 5 in 5s. Since I joined the 2s and the 5s together up to make my work neat and easier, I also have to join the 2 ifs, but make sure the second if is indented immediately after the 4. Okay. Now if we run this code, it will give us 25 outcomes. Let me see. Okay, here we have it. You can see the first output is 1 2 3 4 5 and the lucky numbers 1 2. Second output 1 2 3 4 5, lucky numbers 1 3. If let's say if we count these outputs, it will give us exactly 25 outputs. And you see these lines here, these lines, it's from this my decoration. Let me say if I decide to use stars or percentages just as an example and run it. See, we'll have percentages there, whatever you use here as a decoration, but it's optional. So I'll use dollar signs. Maybe I'm hoping for money. Okay. If you want more, like say if you want Python to give you 55, say 150 outcomes, you just need to input the number under maxim. It will stop only after it hits 150. Okay. You can see each outcome is divided by the dollar signs. Maybe the dollar sign is too big. Let's go back to our underscore. Yeah, I think this is better and neat. So if you want, say 1,500, this is just limited 1,500. You hit run. It will give you 1,500 outputs. No matter the number that you want, Python will give that to you. But if you want it to print until it gets you all the possible combinations from the first to the last, where you must win the jackpot, you just need to remove the limiters and run it. I'll have to warn you, this will take forever, so I'll stop it along the way. Okay, here we go. You can see it's printing the code. It can print the code for the next anyway, it depends on the power of your computer, but it will take at least 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't know, I've never allowed it to get finished. So that's how you come up with a combination. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to encourage me, and I'm also at the comment section. I'll be waiting to answer any questions that you might have. I'll have to stop this now. Thank you. Have a great day.